Cheap Trick has joined us. Greetings.
God, I'm so nervous. My first time no, not on Facebook.
Is this your first time talking to a DJ that grew up listening to you for thousands of years before you made it huge?
You're the first.
The thing that's weird for me is that I remember you playing the Second Chance in Ann Arbor after you did.
God, you're old.
I am old, but this is after you already done Budokan. You were like the biggest band on the planet, and you would still love to play small clubs. What was that?
Well, we still do. We like to play, big clubs, small clubs, big places like here. Maybe at your house. We play.
Well, I need to bring this up. Tomorrow, you're doing a benefit here in San Diego. You're probably not sure what the benefit is, but you're basically playing at some woman's house who's got you guys to do something. Do you do benefit shows like this a lot?
Not a lot, but we do them. I played at Stewart House for John Barbados with Sammy Hagar about a month ago, and we do different things that we don't usually try to tell people about it because then we get asked to do more.
But they're fun to do, yes or no?
Oh yeah, you're doing something good and it's fun because the people are they're kind of stiff at first, and then we humiliate them into laughing and having fun. So it turns out well.
So tell me, do you realize that you are like the missing link between there was a really bad time in 70s radio before punk kind of came along and kind of cleansed it, but you were the band that you were the first band to come through and write what is now considered, I don't think it's not pop punk, because you guys were you sang about things that people shouldn't have been singing about.
We still do. But, it's like we never thought of what we did is what we did is what we did. We weren't trying to be anybody except ourselves. And it's like, that's difficult to do unless you believe in what you do. And we kind of believed in what we did, and we still do. It's like we don't try to be musicians that we shouldn't be. We don't try to do songs that are out of our realm, but doesn't mean we don't experiment. But it's like
nobody was singing about Indonesian junk on the radio back then. They were all singing about BS, and you guys come along, and it was shocking.
Well, not to us. So, that's what we wrote about. I mean, I had to clean up a few of those lyrics too. It's like
how bad? We're on Facebook. How bad were they?
There was a few PC incorrect things but that's I'm a lyricist, a songwriter, so it's like, you should say stuff. It was never glorifying anything that's awful. It was presenting, the life and the world as it goes. I mean, you can't think of anything that's any worse than half the stuff that happens every day.
So 3 chords in the truth, as John Lennon once said. Put more chords in it.
Well, we put 4 chords in every song. Although a couple of our songs only have 3 chords, but they're the right ones.
Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. That's 1? Oh, 3.
That has 3.
I just remember that.
You know too much.
I do. Well, when you grow up with a legendary band, you don't know they're legendary until you get older. Do you know that?
Well, you don't think you're trying to learn something, but you do. It's like I'm a fan of a lot of different stuff, and it's like, I get giddy and goony, and the stuff that I like, I really research it myself, and I can't know all the different things that are going on because we're kind of in a cocoon or in a bubble, because when we tour and play all the time, unless we're playing with some of these bands, we never get to see them. We hear about them, and it's like, oh, that's you guys. And I think that's a lot of people saying the same about us. Oh God, they're old. They've been around forever. It's like we always try to kick everybody's ass when we play. No, we're not really. We just try to play the way we do.
Well, I saw the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame thing, which I thought was freaking phenomenal. And I understand today you're bringing on an old friend of ours, a kid who grew up in North County, San Diego, Stevie Solis, and you've actually pulled one out of the rafters, if you will. One of your best covers, by the way. Some people don't even realize that was a cover.
Yeah, well, we didn't really ask him. He sort of
wait.
He's forced upon us by 91X.
It was Stevie being Stevie?
Yeah, he called me yesterday or emailed me. Do you know the song that? Yeah, we know the song. You just never knew the song. So he's been rehearsing like mad back here. You'd think that with all the time he talks about playing with us, he'd actually learn this stuff. We'll find out a little later.
I think we'll leave it with that, because that is probably the perfect apropos ending for this interview. Thank you very much.
The ending of him playing with us, yes.
Well, if he screws up, will you do me a favor? Will you just kick him in the eye?
Well, we just know he's going to screw up anyhow, so it's like, but it's a good screw up. He's a good guy.
Perfect. Thank you very much. It is 91X.
Why do people hate me before they meet me? Save time.
91X.